Well, it was back in the 70s, and sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and everybody was pretty confused about what the hell was happening and what their place in all this was. So I sat down. I went down to see my shrink. I said, "Boy, have you got any money?" She said. I said, "I'll pay, Blue Class will pay $45 a visit, and I'll chip in the other $5. She said, "I'm beginning to see what's wrong with you, Sonny. You just don't seem to appreciate the privileged position you were born to. White, male, straight, middle-class American. You ain't got no reason to holler." And I said, "Lady, I'd rather make a revolution than $50 an hour. I'd rather get a kiss on my cheek than to have you address me as your honor. I'd rather sing a song to my friends than to sell a lot of life insurance. Instead of becoming the master of the earth, well, I guess I'll just become a nuisance." I sat right down to figure it out, and I'll give you a tip on the level. The problem I've always had with success is I get bored in the middle. Start out fine, got my eye on the apple, got my nose right down on the grindstone. But somewhere along the line, I begin feeling fine, having a good time, staying high and then some. So come on, sing. I'd rather make a revolution than $50 an hour. I'd rather get a kiss on my cheek than to have you address me as your honor. I'd rather sing a song to my friends than to sell a lot of life insurance. Instead of becoming the master of the earth, well, I guess I'll just become a nuisance." So there we were in 1970. Well, we decided to fight for peace and justice, but we sure hated to give up all the goodies. But where I come from, you knew which side you was on, and the side I was on turned out to be wrong. So we cast a bold course forward and a wistful glance back. The side that was wrong turned out to be right. I said, "Hell, I'd rather not switch. Let's fight. Come on now. I'd rather make a revolution than $50 an hour. I'd rather get a kiss on my cheek than to have you address me as your honor. I'd rather sing a song for my friends than to sell a lot of life insurance. Instead of becoming the master of the earth, well, I guess I'll just become a nuisance." Now there's some, okay, so I wrote this last verse recently. There's something to be said for having a position of social privilege. In general, getting by or getting ahead doesn't take all your energy. So if this is you and you're listening and you're hearing my song, next time the chorus comes around, how about singing along? I'd rather make a revolution than $50 an hour. I'd rather get a kiss on my cheek than to have you address me as your honor. I'd rather sing a song to my friends than to sell a lot of life insurance. Instead of becoming the master of the earth, I guess I'll just try to make a difference.